Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's the Dog Age Weber with you with another edition of Weber This Week. It's July 23rd, 2018. A couple of guests, my friends, have joined us, and you know what? It's not 106 degrees. They're here today, and I wouldn't blame them for not showing up before because we didn't even have a show. One of the bright spots of Lago Resort and Casino, among other ones, is the hotel. How's it going? They just celebrated 1 year, July 1st. Alicia Rath, the front office manager, along with my friend Hicham Jaddoud is here, general manager. Welcome to Weber This Week. Well, welcome everybody on a Monday afternoon, starting a little bit late on the show. We're good to go now. I had an opportunity to have Alicia and Mr. Hicham on, my good friend, on quite a while ago. They were able to come in. I remember Alicia, she cracked me up. She was just arriving for her job, I guess. You weren't even here a couple of days and you were sent to an interview. I remember that, and you weren't sure where you were going, but you did a great job. So Alicia Rath, the front office manager for Lago Resort and Casino's hotel, along with Hicham Jaddoud. Hicham is here as well. Hicham, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
It's good to have you back. A lot to talk about, so let's get started. As we all know, the first anniversary finished up on July 1st. I saw with the write-up that we had specials, $1 this and $1 that. It's kind of neat. So, Hicham, let's start with you. Give us your views after 1 year in business. Give us a progress report, how you feel after 1 year in existence.
Well, it's been a year. It's been a very productive year, I would say. When we opened, we had a lot of struggles when it comes to staffing and getting market share of guests and consumers. So we worked so hard this past year in coming up with plans and strategic plans to make sure all departments are staffed and we have enough business to keep the hotel and spa and banquet running. It's been a very productive year so far, as I said. But as I said, it wasn't without struggle, but we learned a lot from it as managers of the hotel and the other departments around the hotel. We learned a lot, and we got a lot of lessons to use in the coming years and to make it more fruitful for the entire area. For sure, we've worked a lot with other businesses in the area to make it work for us and for them, and it's been very great partnership so far. And again, the coming years ahead are bringing a lot of partnerships and more work and more financial outcome as well.
Sure. And Alicia, some of the stats that were sent to me in a press release, which was ironic because we knew we were going to have you folks in. And as of May 31st, according to Chris Polito, who's the vice president overseeing hospitality, some 119,000 guests have arrived at the hotel. And you're in charge of the front desk, which, of course, is the busy operation during good times and slow times, but you got to keep feet on the pedal. So give us your views of how you feel it's gone since you've been here.
So I would say it's gone very well. Like Hicham said, we've definitely learned from our mistakes. And not even mistakes, they're building blocks for us. That's how we would look at them. So for instance, if a guest has a bad experience, we want to know about that so that we can fix it for the next guest. And I really feel like this year has been we've listened to all of those guest reviews, we've listened to those guest issues, and we've made plans to make those better. Our team members themselves are starting to feel a lot more empowered. They're getting to understand what the guest needs are as well. So I think all 119,000 of those guests, each one of them is important in their own way. And from our Bell team to our reservation agents, they're all getting to understand what a Del Lago guest is and what they expect, and we're able to deliver that to them. A
little background, just so in case you are, of course, joining me this afternoon is Hicham Jaddoud, the general manager of the operations of the hotel, et cetera, and Alicia Rath, who oversees the front office, or the front desk, I should say, of the hotel, which is vital because that's when the people show up to check in. So her team needs to be on top of their toes. I must tell you a couple of background notes. The 6-story hotel features, for folks that may not know these stats, 205 luxurious rooms ranging from 440 to 860 square feet, and 30 suites, with some able to expand to as much as 1,400 square feet with 2 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. All the rooms have Intelli iPad system that lets guests learn about the resort, control the temperature of the room, request extra pillows, and order room service in bed. That's my kind of hotel. My idea of camping is what I'm just talking about here. The property offers 24-hour room service from one of its many on-site dining options, a business center, 24-hour fitness center, and wellness classes. You know, obviously people who watch my show know that I work part-time at Del Lago alongside of these fine folks. I see them walking down the walkway to my right as I'm at the podium working with customers in the promotion side, which, as you all know, and they all know, we're pretty busy there too, which is a good thing. But I must tell you, the comments coming in, the stay play packages, etc., that you offer, not because you're here, but 2 thumbs up. I've never heard a negative comment about the hotel. Of course, I work part-time, so I'm saying no one's ever come up and complained about the hotel. They've always been really raved about it. They raved about their experience there. They love the stay-play package scenario. They get some free play and those things, as you know, Hicham, is important as part of this, what you're trying to prove, and get the people out on the floor to do some gambling and have some fun.
Correct, yeah. As part of our plan is to get guests during the entire week, not just the weekend. Because most of businesses around here are focused on the weekend business. We're trying to fill in the middle of the week. Mm-hmm. So that's why we came up with a lot of packages, including stay and play. Right. And this is an announcement. We just created a new package called golf package. Right. So where the guests will be able to come stay with us and go play golf at the 2 golf clubs around us, Seneca Fall and
Wayne Hills.
Wayne Hills. So the purpose of the whole effort is to bring more customers, more occupancy to the midweek, and create more great experience for every guest around us. And just to give you some stats, we closed this past year at 78% occupancy, which is leading in the market, as you know, because mostly the whole business around the area focuses on the summer, so that's where you see high occupancy, and it's low in the winter. We had a very successful winter as well. So. We create a lot of happy guests around here. So then that's the whole purpose of.
What about a swimming pool? I know people ask about a pool sometimes when they check in. Is that something that we're looking at down the road? Maybe as a consideration, a possible?
Yeah, we don't have a pool right now, but in the project we're thinking about building another hotel. Right, which is going to be a partnership of one of the local. Investors, so and that hotel will include a pool, so that would be something in the future. And
yeah, I think it's great, and I think Alicia, we shouldn't just talk about the hotel, even though that's the reason you guys are going to talk about that. But there's other amenities like the spa and all of this, and the hairdressing, get hair done, and the exercise room. Talk a little bit about those amenities as well, if people are watching us now and want to come there. Absolutely. A lot of things going on besides just staying at the room.
Oh, absolutely. And although that we have wonderful rooms, we have great suites, we want you to experience the whole experience of Del Lago Resort and Casino, and that does include the spa. We have so many restaurants on site as well. But I mean, the spa, you can get anything that you need. You can get your pedicures, your manicures, you can get your hair done, the facials, the massage. You can just go there just to relax in the relaxation room. I myself go to the spa and get my hair done. So that's right. I have definitely had those facials and massages, and it's just a place to be able to get away and relax. I think it's ideal for those couples where, so my husband, for instance, he does like to gamble. I'm not a gambler, so it makes it a perfect marriage for both of us. He can go and do what he wants to do. I can go and do what I like to do. And I mean, the Finger Lakes is definitely a food place anyway, and Del Lago definitely holds true to what the Finger Lakes are about with Portico and Social. They just recently changed their menu to include a lot more locally sourced items. So for us, because we frequent Social a lot, we were very excited to be able to kind of test what would be out for our guests and customers to be able to use. So I think at Del Lago, we are always trying to push the envelope and be able to change it, so that way if you came here 3 months ago, you're going to have a different experience, although a great old world hospitality we're always going to give you. And
I love the fact that Jimmy's showing some pictures of the casino and of the amenities and the spa and the phenomenal offerings that are out there besides just staying at the room. And Hicham, one element that I've been a part of, and I've gone to a couple of the banquet scenarios in the banquet rooms. Businesses are arriving, people are holding meetings there. I see it a lot on the daily sheets that we get. That's got to enlighten you and your team as well, because people are really recognized. And if you want a 2 or 3 day meeting, the Lagos banquet room would be this perfect setting. You could set it up for a meeting scenario and offer them dinner, lunch, or whatever the scenario is. That's a nice touch as well.
Correct.
Bringing businesses in.
What's great about the Lago is that we have different sizes of meeting spaces. So we pride ourselves to be able to hold anything from a family gathering to a social event to a wedding. We have a tent outside right now.
Sure.
We have a new addition of a director of sales in-house right now. And he comes from the market, so he's able to bring some businesses to us. But just to be able to never turn the business down, to be able to say yes to 400 people wedding or 12 people meeting, I think that's a unique aspect that the Lago has compared to other local hotels around us. Plus, in addition to that, we have talented culinary team that's able to provide a great F&B service that really to the point where different companies can come from Syracuse or Rochester and meet in the middle, which is a very great.
That's right. And Alicia, certainly, then we'll take a break after we get Alicia's comments on this. Of course, staffing is an important aspect in the hotel and with any industry or any business you're involved in. I know it's probably difficult to talk, well, not difficult to talk about, but staffing in your group, I get a chance to meet a lot of the people that are doing the rooms, and they're marvelous. I understand the rooms are really nice and the way they clean them up, but you have certain standards which are, it isn't with all due respect, you expect the best because people are paying decent amount of money to come there. And so talk a bit about the staffing. You've had a lot of people still there, and a lot of people really work hard at it, and I'm sure you have openings occasionally. So if people are interested and really want to do the job, they should contact through our website, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's not an easy job to do. They got to do it well.
It is not. It is not an easy job at all. Housekeeping is probably one of those selfless jobs where you don't get a lot of recognition. Right. You're not guest-facing, as we would say, right? You're behind the scenes. But it is absolutely the most important position that we have at Del Lago Resort and Casino. And we're just looking for hardworking individuals who understand the aspect of hard work and what it entails, and wants to put pride into what they do. We are looking, and not even just in housekeeping, but in general for Del Lago, we want to have people who understand how important Del Lago is to the Finger Lakes area, and we want them to be lifelong employees of ours, right? We want to have a family of team members, and in order to do that, we want them to stay and grow with us. And that is one thing that I will say about Del Lago. Our transfer programs are really strong. We ourselves at the hotel have transferred numerous employees to different departments.
Sure.
And so it's nice as far as the manager is concerned, because we can see the potential that an employee has. And although they may be overqualified, let's say, to work the front desk, but we know that if we can get them in the door with Del Lago, that their potential will be able to be shown in a different department. And when you have an employment center as big as Del Lago is, getting your foot in the door, that's everything. Because you can transfer to any department and you can grow and keep learning different skills, and that's really important for our market.
I agree, and I think Hicham would agree with me. I work in part-time, certainly. Can't do 40 hours a week every week, but depending on the schedule, they ask me to come in. I'm only 4 miles from there, so as Hicham knows, I show up, and Alicia knows I show up, God willing. But one thing about my area of work, and that's in promotions, which is very active, obviously. It's where people want to get a player's card or a reprint. I like $1 for every reprint we do. It's phenomenal, the reprints. I lost my card. Because, and by the way, she mentioned her husband can gamble, and she doesn't gamble. I used to gamble last year at Del Lago. Now I have a gaming license and I cannot gamble, but Mary, my wife, can still gamble.
Yes.
That's why we're still married. If I told her she had to knock off slots, forget it. I'd be divorced. But all seriousness, one thing you mentioned, which is truly correct, Gerald Smith, who's our head man that oversees the promotions group, he has group meetings with all the team members on occasion. Gives out pizza and has prizes he gives out. And he always commented about, if you want to go somewhere else to do better and to get a little bit more money or a different opportunity for you, I'm never going to hold you back. And I've noticed, I've only been there 5 months, a little bit over 5 months working there part-time, And I've seen people come and go. And I say, where's this person? And they said, well, they got a different job in this group because they want to do this type of work. Yeah. And that's what he has always believed in. People really want to move on to a different area of expertise. That's what they should do.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't hold them back. Give them an opportunity, because that's how people are going to progress through the corporation.
Correct. As long as you show passion for the business and you are willing to learn and grow.
Right.
The company has more than 1,200 employees, so that means 1,200 positions. So you'll be able to move around and prove yourself and learn and grow and move up to the next level of your career. Yeah, we have a track record of moving employees around and moving them just to the next level, not just moving them laterally, but moving them to the next level and helping them grow and become managers.
Well, listen, Hicham Jaddoud is here, the general manager of Lago Resort and Casino, hotel operations, etc. Alicia Rath, the front office manager, is with us. We're going to take our commercial break, pay homage to all the great people that make this show possible. Then we'll come back and continue our discussion. Lago Resort and Casino has something for everyone. 2,000 slot machines and 99 gaming tables. The Vine, featuring top national music and comedy acts. The dining options. The Great Portico by Fabio Viviani. The Farmers Market Buffet, the Social Cafe and Bar. And the 14,000 square foot European-style spa. Del Lago offers massages, body treatments, and facials, plus a full-service salon. Visit DelLagoResort.com for more information.
Cayuga Lake National Bank. Visit Bill Ryan and his team for all of your banking needs. Offices in Union Springs and Aurora, a fine sponsor of this show for over 30 years. DA Liquor on Britt Street in Seneca Falls. Amy Padula and her team will find the right spirit for you every time. When you stop in, tell Amy the dog sent you. The Gold Hotel welcomes you to come out and enjoy the revitalization of this historic downtown Seneca Falls landmark. Every Wednesday is Ladies' Night with special price drinks and half-priced appetizers. Learn more at thegouldhotel.com. The Omen Theater on William Street in Lyons. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Located on New York State Thruway Exit 41, the McGee Diner has earned their reputation as a popular family restaurant, serving country, fresh, home-cooked meals daily. Stop in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and check out their menu at McGeeDiner.com. The Child Advocacy Center of the Finger Lakes is a child-friendly location where allegations of physical or sexual abuse are responded to by a multidisciplinary team of professionals. The team works together to conduct a thorough investigation and to provide necessary support services to children and their non-offending caregivers with a goal of minimizing further trauma to a child. Seneca Meadows is an award-winning company that has earned a reputation of going above and beyond to protect the environment and support their community. As an EPA inspector once said, their operation is head and shoulders above the rest. And the Newark Pilots of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, a minor league team with a major league ballpark. Season ticket packages available at NewarkPilots.com. And the Wilson Press in Seneca Falls. My good pal Rich Rickey and his team can handle all of your printing and mailing needs. Visit them online at wpress.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Dog with the H. Weber. Another edition of Weber This Week. By the way, next week, you lucky dogs, you're not going to get me next week. Jimmy Senecropi is going to be filling in. Next week on the Weber Show, it'll be the Senecropi Show. I'm sure they'll find a guest or be talking about something. And if you're updating our bets with the major championships, me and Jimmy kid each other, but all seriousness, I beat him again. Now he owes me 3 lunches. Right, Jimmy? 3. His man missed the cut. My man didn't play that well, but beat his guy. So my wife says, wow, you're doing all right. You never write about predictions. Well, I said, Jimmy's just having a rough run picking golfers. Jimmy, hang in there. The PGA's coming up. Hey, listen, before we go back to Alicia and Hicham, my friends there, Seneca Meadows Open House, a big event every year just for everyone's purpose. Please make note. Bring the whole family to enjoy tours of Seneca Meadows landfill. Great entertainment's coming up along with a fantastic barbecue. You can also hop on the Finger Lakes Railway for a short train ride. Come and see all there is to see. No registration is required. It's coming up at Seneca Meadows Landfill, 1786 Salmon Road in Waterloo. That's coming up this coming Sunday, July 29th. Starts at noon till 4 o'clock, and it's a free program and a free tour and a free open house, and you get some free barbecue. So check it out, Seneca Meadows Annual Open House, this coming Sunday, July 29th, starting at noon. Well, Hicham, you know, before our commercial break, we talked about what makes the hotel click, and what it makes it click is when you combine hotels nearby to have people come over to the casino and be a part of that. And you talked about there's the Quality Inn, correct, along with the Gold Hotel, and of course Hampton Inn. Talk a little bit about that intertwining as far as bringing people in.
Well, since we opened, we tried to build a great collaboration between our hotel and different hotels, and that will serve us and will serve the community in general. We use other hotels as overflow. So whenever we overbook our hotel, we send our guests to a different hotel. We provide a shuttle back and forth to take them from the hotel, and so that relationship has been working so well since we opened. We're in constant contact with their managers and the hotel GM to make sure that our guests get the same experience as they get at the Lago when they are walk to their hotel. And so far, we are lucky to have these hotels down the street from us, about 7 minutes. Yeah, we would be happy if we have more hotels, more choices. Yeah, but this is what we have right now, and it's been great for all of us. And we learn from them, they learn from us, and we go back and forth, and that's how it is supposed to work in the market. So.
Yeah, before I go to Alicia, on a personal note, I am a Facebook friend of both of them, obviously, and Hicham, I must say you are a world traveler. You certainly do not sit home on your laurels very often.
She knows it.
I needled him a little bit about one day. He was at Eddie O'Brien's, and I said to Hicham, having met him a few times and seeing him walk around the casino, and I run into him and we shake hands, I just sent him a note and I said, you didn't strike me the type to be an Eddie O'Brien's guy. You know, I was having something to eat there. So you really enjoyed traveling the world, enjoying and seeing different spots. So talk a little bit about that passion of yours.
Well, I never stay home, so
that's good.
I get bored.
That's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, I travel around a lot. I was born in France, so
sure.
I traveled probably all Europe. I went to school in Germany, so I moved here about 12 years ago. So there's not a part of the world that I have not been to. I went to last trip was to China, and I'm gonna go to Thailand in December.
Beautiful.
So I just love to travel, and I like to interact with people from different backgrounds. And while I'm home, I like to enjoy different foods. So
I know, I noticed that. Yeah.
I go to Thai food, Indian, anything that people usually don't eat. So I just like the interaction. I like discovering different things about different cultures, believing that it's not done only one way, it's done different ways. So I love that kind of seeing different perspective from people and the way they do it. So that's the kind of thing I grew up in, and this thing I enjoy. Even in being in a small town, I still.
That's right. Well, I want to compliment you on that, because obviously you do not sit home to watch the TV. You get out and do things. By the way, congrats to France World Cup.
Oh, thank you.
Phenomenal.
That was actually an epic weekend for France.
Oh, I bet.
Because that was the 14th of July, which is Bastille Day, which is the 4th of July in America. Right. So it was the same, two events at the same weekend. So that was very...
It's great. They won it. Super.
Yeah.
And by the way, Alicia, I would be remiss if I didn't mention how impressed I am with this girl. It really works out and does a phenomenal job of sticking to a plan. Before we came up to the studio, she mentioned she's determined to get this done, and I marveled at your resiliency and your ability to stick to the plan. And
Thank you.
You've always, has this been a trait of yours for a long time, or you decide to get into it and decide what you're going to do? You had an 80-day program?
I did. So I belong to Beachbody, and when I joined Beachbody a little over a year ago, I actually joined twice. Thank God I have an awesome coach, and she let me come back a second time. And when I did, I made a commitment to myself, and I said I just want to believe in myself for one thing. So I am what they call a yo-yo dieter. I've tried all of them. Beachbody is my sole program, and it helps me not only be a better me, helps me be a better mom, helps me be a better wife. I feel like I'm probably far more patient at work. But yeah, I mean, 80 Day Obsession was my longest program. It was the first program that I started start to finish, both exercise and nutrition, and I love it.
Now you're currently on another program, right?
I just started a brand new test program called Lift 4 from Joel Freeman. He is the creator of Core to Force, which is kind of his main program, and it's awesome. It's 30 days of lifting, 30-minute workouts of lifting, what we call high intensity cardio, which is my favorite because it's only 30 seconds, and I'm not a cardio person. Hicham over here runs like 8 miles a day. I'm like 30 seconds and I can barely breathe. It's amazing. So I'm actually part of their test program for their coach group as well, but yeah, we just started week 2. It was also hair washing day, which was an experience because my biceps and my triceps are killing me today, but I still had to wash my hair. So that's when you know you have a good program, when washing your hair is difficult.
It's nice to bring a guest on this show. We all like to know their personal lives and what they do, which you really enjoy doing. Alicia's really into that, and Hicham certainly enjoys traveling around the world and enjoying different types of foods. And I give you a lot of credit because I'm a steak and potato kind of a guy, or a pasta guy. I'm married a Sicilian, so I love the pasta she makes. But yeah, I can be labeled a very fussy eater, but I'm not big on trying this and trying that. If we were together, try this, Harold, I don't think so. Try this, I don't think so. But Mary, my wife, to her credit, tries about anything, so that's great. Well, listen, guys, it's been fun. I certainly appreciate you guys taking time out. I know you're at a very busy schedule because I work side by side with you, and I see how much activity you see through the hotel. I hope that I know we will continue to prosper over your guys' leadership, and I look forward to having you back down the road and give us a further update if you would be so kind.
Thank you.
So again, it's nice to have you both here, and Hicham, thank you very much for coming in, and look forward to continuing prosperous at the hotel, and as we expand and the betterment of the customer, and to make sure as possible, as hard as it is sometimes, to make sure every single person coming up to the front desk and going up to a room has 100% satisfaction. That's the goal, and we should all have that same goal.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it may be tough, but you got to bear down and make sure everybody's happy when they leave the hotel, or in my case, leave the promotions desk. All right, so for Alicia Rath, and along with Hicham Jaddoud, this is the dog, along with Jimmy Seneca. I won't be here next week. Jimmy will be filling in. Take care, everybody. Thanks for checking out Weber This Week.